Welcome to game 2. Starting lineup for Columbus State. Number 18, Hannah Rose Corbin. Number 10, Morgan Elston. Number 24, Kirsten Reynolds. Number 39, Elise Ambrose. Number 21, Elizabeth Perdue. Number 17, Paris Poston. Number 5, Madeline Parker. Number 27, Madison Brown. Number 14, Mary Horn. Number 12, Peyton Sorrells. Starters for the Bearcats. Number 21, Sydney Grimes. Number 22, Chandler Carey. Number 25, Bree Sorrento. Number 8, Kelly McCormick. Number 15, Delaney Guerrero. Number 16, Morgan Watson. Number 2, Casey Rogers. Number 11, Haven Pesh. Number 26, Shannon Antonini. Number 24, Abby Killian. Leading off for Columbus State, number 18, Hannah Rose Corbin.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Hunter Banks filling in for Rickson Lane. Fixing to start game 2 of today's doubleheader. Beautiful weather here in Greenwood. That's the first pitch. It's called strike 1. Hannah Rose Corbin at the plate for Columbus State. Abby Killian in the circle for the Bearcats. Pitch 2 in there, 0-2. Killian, a freshman from Florida. Quickly earned the critical game 2 starter role. Part of that comes from the perfect games he pitched earlier this year against Emmanuel in what was her first game. Quite a way to make an impression on the fans. First game, he pitched a perfect game. Baseball took the loss today in extras, 9-5, so they lost the series. Killian gets things started with the strikeout there. Nasty changeup, got her looking. Morgan Elston gonna step up.
Now
freshman
batting number
from
10,
Locust
Morgan
Grove,
Elston.
Georgia. Good attendance today at Doug Spears Field. A lot of passionate fans following this growing softball program. Glenn Crawford in his 4th year as head coach, really making moves. A 1 count now. Pitch is high, equals the count at 1-1. Pitch catches the inside edge, 1-2. Two batters, 2 strikeouts. Good start to the first inning for Killian. Now Kirsten Reynolds coming up to the plate. swing and a miss, 0-1. Grounded up, Watson scoops it up over to Rogers. And a 1-2-3 inning in the top of the first. And we'll head to the bottom of the first. The Bearcats will look to get things started and keep rolling from that 5-1 victory earlier today. This is Hunter Banks. You're watching the Bearcat softball on the Bearcat Broadcasting Network. Sydney Grimes stepping up to the plate. Going to lead things off for the Bearcats. Hitting .303 this year. Transfer from Erskine last year. Introduced herself to the Bearcat faithful in fashion last year. Had a great season. And has formed a good middle infield combo with the freshman Morgan Watson. First pitch is high, ball one. And Rose Corbin pitching for the Cougars. Freshman from Clanton, Alabama. Second pitch misses inside, 2-0. And third pitch in there for strike one, 2-1. Corbin sitting on a 2.04 ERA this year. Got a 6-2 record, 3 complete games, and a solitary shutout. Second on the team in innings pitched behind Demarest. Grimes steps in. Corbin delivers the 3-1 pitch, and it's grounded over to the third baseman, and out number one.
Number 22, Chandler Carey.
That's going to bring up Chandler Carey for the Bearcats. Hitting .276 this year. First pitch in there for strike one. just like that. 2 outs here in the bottom of the first. That's going to bring up the power bat for the Bearcats. Bree Sorrento leads the team with 4 home runs this year, hitting .490. That's good for second on the team behind Jamie Pizell, who's hitting .500. But of the players who play regularly for the Bearcats, Sorrento by far the leading hitter on the team. Pizell, a role player for the Bearcats, and does it very effectively. And Sorrento gets a 2-out hit, goes to the warning track, and she's in for the double. Not the prettiest of slides, but she knows it. She's laughing about it. That's going to bring up Kelly McCormick. McCormick hitting .405 this year. First pitch in there for strike one, 0-1. Change up. And appeal, and she did not go. Evens the count at 1-1. Popped up and out of play. 1-2. McCormick has worn a lot of hats in her career as a Bearcat. As she pokes that one into center field and strands a runner. We'll head to the top of the second. Score still tied, 0-0. This is Bearcat Softball on the Bearcat Broadcasting Network. Elise Ambrose stepping up to the plate for the Cougars. Ambrose hitting .271. First pitch from Killian, low, ball 1. Early on that, fouls it off, giving the count at 1-1. That pitch in there, strike 2. 1-2 pitch. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. Good start to the inning for Killian. It's now 3 strikeouts on the game. That's going to bring up Elizabeth Purdue, the senior from Phoenix City, Alabama. Leads the team with a .360 batting average. First pitch, catches the inside, it's 0-1. Fouls that off, out of play, 0-2 now. And swing and a miss. 2 strikeouts to start the inning for Killian. It's going to bring up Paris Poston, freshman from Cartersville, Georgia. Poston hitting .265 this year. Big cut, swing and a miss, strike 1. Oh, and 2 now. Killian looking to get out of this cleanly. Poston surviving to see another pitch. Here's the 0-2 pitch from Killian. Sent up, Antonini coming in and makes the catch. 3 up, 3 down for the Bearcats. We'll go to the bottom of the second. Still tied 0-0. This is Bearcats Softball on the Bearcat Broadcasting Network. Delaney Guerrero stepping up to the plate. junior from Elgin, South Carolina. Guerrero looking to get things started. Takes ball one. Guerrero hitting just above 300, 304 this year. 5 doubles. Solid transfer that Coach Crawford has brought into the program. A 1-1 pitch, low, brings the count to 2-1. Fouled off, going to even the count 2-2. Guerrero a transfer from Tusculum. Two-two pitch is high. Actually off the glove of Reynolds. Cougars lucky there were no Bearcat base runners. Full count now to Guerrero. And that pitch low and inside. Guerrero takes her base. That's going to bring up freshman shortstop Morgan Watson.
Now batting the shortstop, number 16, Morgan Watson.
Watson's walk-up song quite popular in the stadium. She takes ball one. Watson hitting .298 this year. Started every game for the Bearcats. She lays down a bunt. Good play from Reynolds to gun down the lead runner. Good game awareness from the Cougar backstop. That's going to bring up Casey Rogers for Lander. Rogers hitting .234 this year. She swings at the first pitch and reaches on a fielder's choice as Parker. Bit of confusion here in the stadium, but Rogers is safe. But Parker tried to turn the double play for the Cougars, and we're going to have a discussion. First year that softball in the Peach Belt has had 3 umpires, and it pays off for the Cougars as they decide that Rogers is out, and that will end the inning. Rogers is not leaving yet, as Coach Crawford is out to have a chat, and while he has a chat, we'll take a break. This is Bearcat Softball on the Bearcat Broadcasting Network. consensus seems to be that Rogers turned towards second, and then that allowed her to be out. But we'll finish this break in between innings. This is Bearcat Softball on the Bearcat Broadcasting Network. Now stepping up to the plate, lead things off here in the top of the third for the Cougars. Shortstop, Madeline Parker. Killian steps up, gets the signal. Here's the first pitch to Parker. In there for strike one. Parker hitting 147. And she takes strike two. Parker appeared in all but one game for Columbus State this year. They've played 27. She has started in 26. And 3 pitches, 3 strikes, and Parker is sat down by Killian. That's going to bring up Madison Brown. Brown, the second baseman for Columbus State. She's hitting 148 this year. First pitch misses inside, 1-0. Pitch from Killian misses outside, 2-0. Killian comes into the game with an 8-3 record, a 1.14 ERA. That pitch in there for strike one brings the count to 2-1. Killian with an outstanding 91 strikeouts to 4 walks ratio. And that pitch in there evens the count. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Killian started 10 games this year for the Bearcats, and she sits down. The second batter she faces this inning. Good pitch from Killian, get her to chase high. That's going to bring up Mary Horn, left fielder for the Cougars, showing bunt right away. And she takes ball 1. Horn hitting 280 this year. Takes strike 1, so it's an even 1-1 count now. There's the 1-1 pitch from Killian, swung on and missed, strike 2. Horn with 7 strikeouts this year in her 25 at-bats. She pokes that one foul to stay alive. 1-2 count. One-two pitch from Killian, put in play. Grimes is there, over to Rogers. 3 up, 3 down again for Killian in the top of the inning. We'll head to the bottom of the third. Still tied 0-0. This is Bearcat softball on the Bearcat Broadcasting Network. Haven Pesh stepping up to the plate for the Bearcats. Third baseman for Lander, freshman from Burns High School, from Lyman, South Carolina. Started the season as a backup first baseman. Played a little bit at first, but seems to have found a niche playing third. Just goes to show the perks of being able to play multiple positions in softball. First pitch in there for strike one. Pesh hitting 194 this year. She pops this one up. Parker camped out and made the catch, out number 1. That'll bring up another freshman for the Bearcats, Shannon Antonini, freshman out of Marietta, Georgia. Hitting 194 this year as well. She and Pesh had the same batting average. Antonini has started every game in center field for the Bearcats. She's an invaluable glove out there for head coach Glenn Crawford. Top of the lineup, Sydney Grimes on deck. Coburn with the 0-1 pitch, swung on and missed. Strike 2. Pitch misses outside, brings us to a 1-2 count to Antonini. There's the pitch from Corbin, popped up and drifts out of play. Antonini lives to see another pitch. Pitch high. Brings the count even 2-2. Antonini fouls it off, stays alive. Here's the 2-2 pitch from Corbin. Swung on, put in play. Drifting over and making the catch was Horn. 2 outs for the Bearcats here in the bottom of the third. Grimes steps up to the plate.
Number 21, Sidney Grimes.
Grimes 0 for 1 today. Oh and 1 now to Grimes. Slapped that one and off of Parker, and Grimes in safely to second, but the concern right now is for Madeline Parker. We'll take a break. This is Bearcat Softball on the Bearcat Broadcasting Network. bit of alignment changes for the Cougars. DeRochers comes in and is going to play center field. Ambrose now moves to left field. Horn moves in from left field and is going to play shortstop. And that is the solution that the Cougars have come to. Coach Crawford wants to have a chat with Chandler Carey. She's got a 0-1 count. Good weekend to be a Bearcat. Women's basketball came up big last night, beat the top seed in the Southeast region, advanced to the regional championship. And Bearcats in the Sweet 16 facing off against familiar foe, North Georgia. Winner goes to Columbus and the Elite Eight. That's tomorrow night in Anderson at the Apney Athletic Center on the campus of Anderson University. So if you're a Bearcat fan and you live in the area, we hope to see you there at 7 o'clock. Big game, one of the biggest that the Bearcat women's basketball team has played in a while. As Carey now has a 2-1 count. Grimes standing on second. Dangerous base runner. And Reynolds keeping an eye on her. 2-1 pitch. Misses low, brings the count 3-1. And slapped down first base. And fielded easily by Purdue, and they strand Grimes on second. We'll head to the top of the fourth. Still tied, 0-0. You're watching Bearcat softball on the Bearcat Broadcasting Network. Cougars pitcher Hannah Rose Corbin stepping up to the plate. Get things started here in the top of the fourth. She shows bunt. First pitch from Killian. Catches outside edge, strike one. Oh, 1 pitch from Killian, swung on and missed. 0-2 count now to Corbin. Oh, 2 is foul. Rogers fielded it, but it was foul. So Corbin lives to see another pitch. Corbin struck out in her earlier at-bat in this game. No 2 pitch from Killian. Misses high, brings us to a 1-2 count. And swing and a miss. Corbin with a swing that I'm sure will disappoint her. Hindsight 2020. That brings up Morgan Elston. Third baseman shows bunt. Killian gets the signal, and here's the first pitch to Elston. Changeup misses high, so it's 1-0. Pitch from Killian, swung and missed. Elston got a little bit, fouled it off into the glove of Carey. It's a 1-1 count now. 1-1 pitch from Killian. Catches outside edge, 1-2. This fouled out of play. Good day for softball and baseball. Columbus State in town for baseball as well. They took the series from the Bearcats earlier today. 9-5 win as Killian sits Elston down. Cougar baseball team took game 1 Friday night, lost, got shut out Saturday, and then today took the rubber match. Good showing for the number 24 team in the country. Now Reynolds, the catcher, at the plate. First pitch from Killian, swinging and a miss. A bit high in the zone. 0-1. Pitch from Killian. Same place, same result. Swing and a miss. 0-2. Pitch from Killian misses outside. It's 1 ball, 2 strikes. Reynolds with 13 strikeouts this year. She takes ball 2, so it's an even 2-2 count. Coach Shorter sends the signals in. Killian interprets it. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Misses high. Full count now. Reynolds, as I mentioned, 13 strikeouts, also drawn 12 walks this year. And here's the payoff pitch from Killian. Strike 3. Make that 14 strikeouts on the year for Kirsten Reynolds. We'll head to the bottom of the 4th. Still tied 0-0. This is Bearcat softball on the Bearcat Broadcasting Network. Bearcat DP Bree Sereno stepping up to the plate. She's got one of the Bearcats' 2 hits so far in this game. Hitting .491 this year. She's played in 24 games, got 25 hits, so averaging just over a hit a game. Leads the team in doubles with 6. Four home runs, 19 RBI, both lead the team. Got an .843 slugging percentage. She's also been walked 23 times this year. That's good for a .663 on-base percentage. Sorrento, one of the Bearcat pitchers as well, was in the starting rotation the past 2 years, but with Killian coming in and Pinson's continued emergence, she's been relegated to relief work, and that is a fair ball. That goes into the corner in right field. And Sorrento's going to try to leg it out, turn it into a triple, and she does. Bree Sorrento in safely with a triple. That's got the Bearcat dugout, Bearcat fans fired up. Big time hitting there from Sorrento. And that's going to bring up another big time senior for the Bearcats, Kelly McCormick. First pitch to McCormick. High, maybe a bit outside, so it's 1-0. That pitch high, good work by Reynolds to keep that from getting past her. Two count now. McCormick looking to knock Sereno in. Here's Corbin with the 2-2 pitch. McCormick on it a little early, fouled it off, and the team manager, Lizzie Ziegler, had just come back from gathering a foul ball. She chuckled to herself as she now has to go retrieve that. Ziegler, a valuable member of this team, does a lot of things for the Bearcats. McCormick fouls that one off. McCormick, .405 hitter this year. 9 RBI. Would love to make that 10 right now. That is hammered, but it's foul. McCormick still working with the 2-2 count. Corbin. Runner on third, no outs. Good opportunity here for the Bearcats, see if they can capitalize. The 2-2 pitch gets past McCormick, and Sorrento scores. Base is clear now for Corbin, but unfortunately a run scored. Bearcats now with a 1-0 lead. So a full count now to McCormick. Base is clear. See if she can keep this going. Payoff pitch. Bounced in the dirt. McCormick drew a walk. And that's going to bring up Delaney Guerrero.
Now batting right fielder, number 15, Delaney Guerrero.
First pitch, Guerrero lays down a perfectly placed bunt, and she beats it out. Bunt hit for Delaney Guerrero. You cannot place it better than that. Junior keeping things going for the Bearcats. And that's going to bring up Morgan Watson, the freshman shortstop. Coming Georgia native. No outs, 2 runners on. Watson lays down a bunt that sends McCormick over, and that's going to be another bunt hit. That's 2 back-to-back well placed bunts, and that is going to warrant a chat with the infield from head coach Brad Huskisson. And while he has that chat, we're going to take a break. The Bearcats now lead. This is Bearcat Softball on the Bearcat Broadcasting Network. Casey Rogers stepping up to the plate. She takes strike 1. Bases loaded. No outs. Power bat at the plate. See what will happen for the Bearcats. Rogers takes ball 1. That evens the count at 1-1. Big swing there, unfortunately. Big swing and a miss. So it's now 1-2. That's fouled down the third base line. Rogers lives to see another pitch. This one into center field, and it's dangerous. McCormick out at home. Base runners, both Guerrero and Watson, incredulous about it. Crawford gonna ask about it. Questionable base running from McCormick. Good heads-up play from DeRochers to come up firing to home. And now looks like we're going to pinch hit for Pesh. Lauren Colley up and swinging. Backup catcher for the Bearcats. She started the doubleheader.
Lauren Colley.
Colley started the doubleheader against Georgia Southwestern last week. So 2 outs, runners on second and third. Freshman Lauren Colley at the plate in the first pitch, swung and a miss. 0-1 count. That pitch missed outside. Evens the count 1-1. The 1-1 fastball is low. 2-1. That'll even the count, 2-2. Two pitch bounces to home plate, so it's a full count now to Colley. And the payoff pitch from Corbin, fouled off. And Colley draws the walk. So bases loaded now for Shannon Antonini. Scratch that. Looks like we're going to pinch hit for Antonini. We'll see who it's going to be. Looks like it's going to be Alana Fry. It is. Alana Fry.
Now batting number 6, Alana Fry.
Stepping up to the plate for the Bearcats. She's hitting .286 this year. Two for 7 on the year. She fouls that one off for strike 1. And in racing to score is Delaney Guerrero. Heads up base running from Guerrero. Extends the Bearcat lead, which now stands at 2-0. Now a 1-1 count for Alana Fry. That pitch misses high, so it's now 2-1. Fouls that one off, does Fry, so it's an even 2-2 count now. Guerrero just scored her 14th run of the year. That's good for second on the team, behind Kelly McCormick, who leads the team with 15. And here's the 2-2 pitch, popped up, and camping out underneath it and making the play is Horn. So the Bearcats score 2 runs here in the bottom of the 4th. Give themselves a 2-0 lead as we head to the top of the 5th. This is Bearcat Softball on the Bearcat Broadcasting Network. And now Elise Ambrose going to get things started here in the 5th inning. Killian now has a 2-run cushion. First pitch misses low and outside, 1-0. Swing and a miss evens the count at 1-1. Ambrose 0 for 1 in this game. Even 2-2 count now. Fouled off. Ambrose fighting to stay alive. And here comes the 2-2 pitch from Killian. Grounded over to Pash and gets past Rogers. So Ambrose reached on the air. And that's now going to bring up Elizabeth Purdue. First pitch, big swing and a miss. 0-1. Again, a big cut, but missed. It's 0-2 now. Big hole for Elizabeth Purdue to try to dig herself out of. And she does. And it gets past Antonini. And so that is a hit that's going to end up being scored as an RBI double. Good at bat from Purdue. Things like that is why she's the best hitter on the Columbus State team. That RBI right there brings her level with Hannah Rose Corbin for the lead. That sit on 19 this year. Swing and a miss there from Paris Poston. Change up. Misses high. So it's an even 1-1 count now. Pitch misses high, so it's an even 2-ball, 2-strike count now. Still 2-2 count. Swing and a miss. Carey throws down and Rogers over to Pesh. Purdue advanced. Good base running there from Purdue. And that's going to bring up DeRochers. Fouled off. Oh, 2 pitch from Killian. In there, swung on and missed. Good base running for Purdue to tie things up here in the top of the 5th. We are all tied up here in Greenwood, South Carolina. Big swing and a miss from Madison Brown. We're having a apparently somebody was calling the umpire Bubba, and so he asked Coach Crawford to tell the stands not to do that. That's understandable. I understand the umpire. I understand where he's coming from there. I understand where Coach Crawford's coming from too, you know, just focus on the game. But there are some things Atlanta University doesn't tolerate. Because after all, the Peach Belt Conference does promote good sportsmanship. And that includes racial comments. So now the 0-2 pitch from Killian. Popped up and out of play. Again, fouled out of play. That changeup misses high, so it's now 1 ball, 2 strikes. And big called strike 3 to end the inning. But the Cougars claw back and tie the game up 2-2 as we head to the bottom of the 2nd. This is Hunter Banks filling in for Rickson Lane. This is Bearcat Softball on the Bearcat Broadcasting Network. Top of the lineup for the Bearcats, getting things started here in the bottom of the 5th. Sydney Grimes stepping up to the plate. First pitch misses inside, 1-0. Grimes fouls that one off. It's 1-1. Three-1 now to Grimes. Grimes draws a leadoff walk. And now Chandler Carey got tongue-tied there. Chandler Carey steps up to the plate. Reynolds wants to have a visit with her catcher and part of the infield. Now all of the infield. Looks like we might be delaying to get a new pitcher in. There is action in the Columbus State bullpen, so we might see a pitching change shortly. Carey lays down a well-executed bunt, and she's safe. Grimes advances to third. Bit of mishandling there. Carey safe with the bunt hit. Now looks like Abby Harris is going to pinch run for Chandler Carey. So 1-2 in for 2-2. And we're going to have a powwow of the base runners as Columbus State head coach Brad Huskisson is out chatting with his pitcher in infield. And we're going to take a break while they take a break. This is Bearcat Softball on the Bearcat Broadcasting Network. We're back. Bree Sereno stepping up to the plate. And she misses. That's ball one. And it looks like they're going to intentionally walk Sorrento. quite terrified of her big bat. This is going to be her team leading 23rd walk. And now the bases are loaded for a still very dangerous bat, Kelly McCormick.
Number 8, Kelly McCormick.
Looks like we're going to have another pinch runner. This time it's going to be Bridget Tierney coming in to pinch run for Sorrento. Tierney, quite a popular addition. She's got a loud cheer from the crowd. She's a freshman from Mocksville, North Carolina. Sorrento drew that walk. Such a dangerous hitter. She leads the conference in batting average, 490. McCormick is fifth in the conference. But she flew out there to Elston.
Now batting the right fielder, number 15, Delaney Guerrero.
That's going to bring up Guerrero. She really got things started last inning, scored a run. She's got one out. Bases loaded. See if Guerrero can bring any runs home for the Bearcats. And here's the first pitch, grounded right up the middle. And Guerrero runs it out to prevent the double play. But Grimes out at home on the force.
Now batting the shortstop, number 16.
So now bases loaded, 2 outs, and Watson stepping up to the plate. Crawford eyeing the dugout, see if he wants to make a substitution. Pinch hit maybe, he doesn't. He's gonna ride things out with his freshman shortstop. See what Watson can do for the Bearcats. First pitch in there for strike one. Corbin fighting hard to get out of this inning without any damage. Helped herself out by throwing Grimes out at home on the force. Now see if she can get Watson out, get out of the inning clean. Pops this one up, tracking back, trying to get there, but unable to was Purdue. So Watson now working with an 0-2 count. Bases loaded. Big pitch coming from Corbin. Oh-2 pitch from Corbin, fouled off. Watson battling. And the pitch from Corbin is low. And the appeal, she did not swing, so it's now 1-2. Watson puts this in play. And Elston steps on third. No, foul ball. Watson with another chance. And we're going to have another conference. And call stands. It is foul. Watson with a reprieve. Let's see if she can do anything with it. Here comes Corbin with the 1-2 pitch. Fouled and off of Watson. He originally called her out, but the third base umpire had to come in and save him because Coach Crawford was about to let him know that he was wrong. And we're going to take a break now. This is Bearcat Softball on the Bearcat Broadcasting Network. Morgan Watson, relatively unscathed. She's back up and ready to do some damage, hopefully, for the Bearcats. I'm sure that's what they're hoping. Still a 1-2 count to the freshman shortstop. See if she can do anything here. Corbin with the pitch. Again, fouled off. Watson living to see another day. And again, the 1-2 pitch. Fouled off, high and fouled off, but Morgan Watson, when in doubt, battling to stay alive. And put in play, Purdue fields it, and that'll do it. Cougars get out of trouble and manage to go unscathed into the top of the sixth. We're all tied up 2-2 here at Doug Spears Field. This is Bearcat Softball on the Bearcat Broadcasting Network. Harry Horn stepping up to the plate for Columbus State. Killian, big inning here for her. First pitch misses outside, so it's 1-0. Big swing and a miss, evens the count 1-1. That pitch from Killian just outside, so it's 2-1. Two-two pitch, swing and a miss. Good strikeout for Killian to get things started. And now Hannah Rose Corbin, the opposing pitcher, steps up to the plate. Killian bounces that pitch to the plate. That pitch in there for strike 2. Swing and a miss, 1-2. Popped up, Watson tracks back, makes the catch. Out number 2 here in the top of the 6th. First pitch misses high, 1-0. Fouled off, says umpire. It's strike number 2. That misses outside. Correction, it's now a 2-1 count. And this is flied into left field. McCormick camps out, makes the catch. 3 up, 3 down. Go the Cougars in the top of the 6th. We head to the bottom of the 6th. Bearcats looking to take the lead as we're all tied up 2-2 here at Doug Spears Field. This is Bearcats Softball on the Bearcat Broadcasting Network. Casey Rogers now at the plate. Swing and a miss, 0-1. Two-one count now. And pitch is high, so it's now 3 balls and 1 strike. Here comes the 3-1 pitch from Corbin. Swung, put in play. Rogers going to try to beat it out and doesn't. Just a half step too slow. Now Haven Pesh.
Now batting the third baseman, number 11, Haven
Pesh. Pesh is 0 for 1 today. She puts that one in play immediately. Over to Brown. No trouble for her. Now Shannon Antonini trying to get a little 2-out rally started. Corbin has seen 2 Bearcat batters, and she has sat down 2 Bearcat batters, 2 ground outs. Now here's the first pitch from her to Antonini. Antonini trying for a bunt hit, trying to leg it out, and can't. Innovative idea from Antonini, but didn't work out. And we'll head to the top of the 7th. We're still tied 2-2 here at Doug Spears Field. This is Bearcat Softball on the Bearcat Broadcasting Network. Reynolds stepping up to the plate for Columbus State. One-0 pitch from Killian. Misses high. Finds a strike. It's 2-1 now. Put in play, McCormick gave chase but unable to get to it. It was out of play. Excuse me. Yeah. Pitch misses high, so now it's a full count. Big swing and a miss. Good strikeout to start the inning if you're a Bearcat fan. So now Elise Ambrose gonna step up to the plate. Oh and 1 now. That's in there for strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes now. This one fouled back out of play. Killian looks like she's going to come in and make that play, and she does. Now 2 outs. Elizabeth Purdue stepping up to the plate. 2 outs. Space is empty. Pops this one up and out of play. This one put in play. Antonini going to go back. Can she get to it? She can! And that right there is why Shannon Antonini, with what might look like a subpar batting average, is in the starting lineup every game for the Bearcats. Unlimited range for the freshman center fielder to keep things alive. And we head to the bottom of the 7th, still tied Bearcats, looking to walk things off here in Greenwood. This is Bearcat Softball on the Bearcat Broadcasting Network. got the top of the lineup here in the bottom of the 7th for the Bearcats. Brand new ball game. Grimes looking to get things started. Corbin gets the signal, and here's the first pitch to Grimes. She takes strike 1. And that misses. 1-1 now. One and 2. Grimes fouls that one off to stay alive. One-two pitch. Again, fouled down the line. Here comes Corbin. Correction, time called. Corbin was getting ready to deliver the 1-2 pitch. And there it was, the 1-2 pitch. She did not go, as we had to appeal all array around to all 3 umpires. This one put in play to Corbin, easily fielded over to Purdue. So 1 out here in the bottom of the 7th. That's going to bring up Chandler Carey. Grimes not happy.
Now batting the catcher, number 22, Chandler Carey.
Carey did not go. So it's a 1-0. Carey lifts this one into the outfield, making the catch is Paris Poston. So now Bree Sorrento will step up to the plate, and we'll see what they'll do. Last time she had a plate appearance, they intentionally walked her. And she's got that walk-off power. So we'll see what they're gonna do. Looks like they might pitch to her. And they will. 0-1 count now to Sorrento. Sorrento sitting on 4 home runs. Takes ball 1, it's 1-1. Big swing and a miss. It's 1-2. Corbin with the advantage now. That changeup drops low and outside. Evens the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes here with 2 outs in the bottom of the 7th. Sorrento yanked that one, pulled it foul. Same place, pulled foul. And this one, she fouled that one off again. Here's Corbin with the 2-2 pitch to Sorrento again. Fouled off. Sorrento struggling, fighting, scrapping to see every pitch that she can. And she pops this one up, so a good inning worked by Corbin to force extras, and we head to the top of the 8th with some free softball here in Greenwood. Still tied 2-2. This is Bearcat Softball on the Bearcat Broadcasting Network. Paris Poston stepping up to the plate. Oh, and 1 now. Oh, 2 count now. And a strikeout to get hitter for Columbus State. Number 5, Madeline Parker. So Parker back in the game. Chance to come up clutch here. Fouled back out of play. 0-2 now. One, two now to Madeline Parker. She got a hold of that one, but it was foul. Good strikeout there from Killian. Madison Brown stepping up to the plate. Started the game at second base. Got moved over to shortstop after Parker was injured earlier. She tagged ball ones high and inside. That pitch fouled out of play. That evens the count at 1 ball, 1 strike. Killian's pitch misses high, so it's 2 balls, 1 strike now. This one grounded off the glove of Killian, and that's going to prevent. It does not. Watson with the gun out. I thought that the tip had prevented Watson from being able to make that out, and that's what Columbus State head coach Brad Huskisson is saying as he walks across the infield. But nonetheless, we head to the bottom of the 8th. Bearcats again looking to walk things off here in Greenwood, tied 2-2. This is Bearcat softball on the Bearcat Broadcasting Network. Kelly McCormick stepping up to the plate. A whole heap of substitutions for Columbus State. Ambrose goes back to center field. Horn goes back to left field. Brown goes back to second base. The first pitch to McCormick is a ball. Fouled off, evens the count, 1-1. Both crowds getting into it. Big matchup here. McCormick takes ball 2. McCormick puts it in play, handled and over to Purdue. 1 out here. Delaney Guerrero going to step up to the plate.
Now batting, playing right field, number 15, Delaney Guerrero.
Strike 1 into Guerrero. This one popped up. Camping out underneath it and making the catch is Elston. So now Morgan Watson steps up to the plate. 2 outs, nobody on. Game tied 2-2.
Now batting, the shortstop, number 16, Morgan Watson.
Watson looks at the first pitch. It's high, so it's 1-0. Watson has a home run this year, hitting .298 this year. That home run looks awful lonely if you're a Bearcat fan. So now the 2-0 count. And the pitch from Corbin finds the strike zone, so it's now 2-1. Smacked. And misplayed originally by Brown, but she made the throw over to Purdue.
Good call. Come off the bag.
And we're going to call her safe. She came off the bag. Casey Rogers was trying to tell her to take second because nobody was over there. But the umpire told her time was called. Nothing going. So now Huskisson wants an explanation, as do the entire dugout. The whole team, all the coaches from Columbus State are out, and they're asking for an explanation. So the call's been overturned. Are we going to then turn it back over? That's what we're getting at. And now Purdue is arguing. Huskisson. So Watson reached on the air. And Reynolds had to come escort Purdue over, had to escort a teammate over. And Columbus State assistant coach had to come over and take Huskisson away from it. Reynolds calming Purdue down over at first, and now she's going to trot back. That's leadership right there from the Columbus State catcher. And that brings up a big bat in Casey Rogers. Warning has been issued to Columbus State. And Elston is having a chat with Corbin, trying to calm her down. So Corbin thought she was out, but now there's a runner on first. Casey Rogers at the plate, 2 outs. Let's see what happens. First pitch is fouled off. Rogers sitting at 234 this year. 0 home runs so far. 6 RBI. See if she can put something in play, try to get on base, bring Haven Pesh up to the plate, or do like she did last year and walk something off. It's 0-2 count though to Rogers. Corbin, very determined. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Swung on and fouled off. Good way to battle from Rogers. Umpire walking out, checking the ball. And now 0-2 is still the count. Morgan Watson standing on first. And here comes the 0-2 pitch from Corbin. High. It's now 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Watson standing on first. Pitch from Corbin. Grounded over to Elston. Can she make the throw? And Purdue makes sure to show the umpire that her foot was on the bag. Bit of showboating. And we'll head to the top of the 9th. Still tied, 2-2. This is Bearcat softball on the Bearcat Broadcasting Network. Mary Horn steps up to the plate. She slaps this one foul. 0-1 pitch from Killian. Misses. 1-1. One pitch from Killian. Catches the bottom edge, so it's 1 ball, 2 strikes. Horn not happy. Swing and a miss from Horn, strike 3. That's going to bring up the pitcher, Hannah Rose Corbin. First pitch to Corbin. Catches the outside edge, strike 1. This one has popped up. Watson calls off Pesh and makes the catch. 2 outs now here in the top of the 9th. Lexi Griffin took Lauren Colley with her to the bullpen. Big swing and a miss on the first pitch. Pitch. It's now 1-1. Misses high, evens the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes with 2 outs here. Pitch misses. It's now a full count. A walk drawn by Elston. Huskisson wants to have a chat with Kirsten Reynolds, and while he does that, Trainer Cleary is out having a chat with Killian. Bree Sorrento and Alana Fry just jogged to the bullpen as well. So Bearcats warming up pitchers. Big swing and a miss. It's now 0-2. Elston standing over on first. The Cougar catcher trying to keep this thing going. That pitch. Elston stole second, so she's now in scoring position, and it's a 1-2 count. Big swing and a miss. Cougars sitting down. We head to the bottom of the ninth. Bearcats again trying to get something started, try to walk this thing off. We're tied 2-2. This is Bearcat softball on the Bearcat Broadcasting Network. Higginbotham stepping up to the plate. Freshman from Marietta, Georgia. She's got a 143 batting average and 1 home run this year. But that home run did tie things up against North Greenville earlier this year. So she's got experience in clutch. It's 1-0 now. And she sends this one into deep center field, but tracking back and getting to it with no real trouble was Elise Ambrose. So Higginbotham makes the first out, and that's going to bring up Shannon Antonini. Antonini, the number 9 hitter.
Now back to center fielder, number 26, Shannon Antonini.
She tries to bunt for another hit, and she's racing down, and well played by the Cougars. Elston fielded it cleanly. So now 2 outs, and Sydney Grimes. We're back to the top.
Now back to second baseman, number 21, Sydney Grimes.
She fouls up the first pitch, giving chase, and getting there is Elston. So we go to the top of the 10th, still tied up 2-2 here in Greenwood. This is Bearcat softball on the Bearcat Broadcasting Network. Ambrose at the plate. Sends this one deep. Guerrero at the warning track and at the wall makes the catch. Ambrose thought she had sent it out, and so did half of the Columbus State team. Killian shouting her encouragement. She's quite thankful for that. Don't rest on your laurels. Another power bat. Elizabeth Purdue steps up to the plate for the Cougars. Killian, big strike one on the first pitch. One pitch, catches the outside edge. 1 ball, 2 strikes now. This one fouled out of play by Purdue. She stays alive. That one gets past Grimes and into right field. So Purdue on base. With a nice single. Paris Poston steps up to the plate. See if she can move Purdue over. She swings and fouls that one off. Swing and a miss. Got a little bit of it, but 0-2. This one into the gap, and this might score Purdue. Looks like it will. So an absolutely clutch double for Paris Poston. Poston did a little bit of showboating towards Sydney Grimes. That certainly doesn't fit with the Peach Belt Conference promotion of good sportsmanship, but I get it in the circumstances. And I apologize, I failed to mention earlier that Ashley Vincent is playing third base now. But the Cougars lead 3-2. 1 out. Runner in scoring position, Poston standing on second. Parker, strike one. This one fouled off. McCormick stumbled a little bit, couldn't get to it. That's typically within her range. Pitch missed. It's now 1-2. That one fouled off. This one again fouled out of play. This one lined in the center. Antonini camps out, makes the catch. 2 outs now. Looks like we're gonna have a pinch hitter. I think it is. Yeah, it is. It's 22. Brittany Crawford, junior from McDonough, Georgia. Crawford hitting .083, hitting .083 this year. Crawford looking for her 2nd hit of the year right now. Junior trying to come up big for Columbus State. This one sent deep into left field. McCormick there to make the catch. Limits the damage to only 1 run. Big time play for the senior. We'll head to the bottom of the 9th. Excuse me, bottom of the 10th. Bearcats down a run. Looking to keep this going. This is Hunter Banks filling in for Rickson Lane here at Bearcat Softball, Bearcat Broadcasting Network. Chandler Carey stepping up to the plate. Trying to get something done. She takes strike one. Takes ball one to even the count 1-1. One-two pitch now. Put in play, Carey going to try to beat it out. Corbin fields it easily to Purdue, 1 out. Meat of the lineup coming up. 3-hole hitter Sorrento, followed by Kelly McCormick. See what they do with Sorrento. You got to think that they would pitch to her in this situation. She's 2 for 3 today. She's got home run power. Fouled that one off. So it's 0-1. That pitch misses. 1 ball, 1 strike with 1 out here in the bottom of the 10th. Fouled that one off. It's 1-2. That pitch misses outside, so it's now 2 balls, 2 strikes. Sorrento fouled that one off, lives to see another pitch. That misses outside, so it's a full count now to Sorrento. The payoff pitch from Corbin is put in play. Ranging back, and then coming back in was Poston to make the play. 2 outs now here in the bottom of the 10th. Kelly McCormick stepping up to the plate. Kelly Mack, as she's affectionately known by her teammates. Delaney Guerrero on deck. First pitch to McCormick, put in play. Elston races in. Can she get there? And she's out. Columbus State. Big win for the Cougars, and the Bearcats split the series. Here's a point.